Toy Story 4 has just dropped into theaters, and the wait is finally over. Not only that the movie was shocking, it also brought surprises with it. Spoiler warning in case you have not seen the movie and don't want to know spoilers, now's the time to click off now. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about some details that I liked and details in the movie. So first off, I like how Woody still has his muscle arm from Toy Story 2, where his arm has been ripped off. And I still like how it's been, how it shows the sewed, it's still sewed, and it still has the stuffing in there to make it a bulk arm. So I like that, how that's in this movie. You can still see that he has that. Another shock for me to see was Bonnie's father. It was awesome to see both of Bonnie's parents in this movie. I really think that was a good detail to add, good character, another character to add, and yeah, that was pretty good that we got the father in, and then you have both of the parents of Bonnie. A theory that was going around about in the trailer, we could see a little girl that happens to look like Boo off in the distance that's blurred. Well, we know now that has been confirmed that it is not Boo. From the movie, you can see the little girl walking into the classroom for kindergarten registration with Bonnie. But could that still be a Easter egg to a upcoming Monsters, Inc. movie? Because her clothing and her hair bow looks like Boo, so could it mean something? I don't know. Alright, so now let's get into the Easter eggs that I have found in Toy Story 4. So the first one that I found was when Bonnie is going into kindergarten, when she's making Forky, you could see when Woody gets the materials to make Forky, you could see in the very bottom in a cubby the lunchbox, which was an Easter egg back from the Toy Story Land Before Time, I think that's what it's called. And the dinosaur right there, that was from that movie, or that short film. Another one is when Woody meets Bo Peep, Giggles is giving her materials, and one of those materials is a grape soda bottle cap, and which was an Easter egg to Up. And that's been in several movies of that bottle cap. And then another Easter egg when Bucky and Dunny are sharing their what they're gonna do. The man that's running the prize counter where all the prizes are, if you look when it shows his ankle close to his leg, there's a tattoo, and it looks like it's the Pizza Planet truck. Another cool Easter egg or reference that I found, it made me reference to the scene where Gabby is looking down on Harmony playing with the tea set. From behind her, you can see a teapot and a little cup. And that just made me think of Beauty and the Beast with Chip and Mrs. Teapot. That I noticed that and I was like, that's what that reminds me of. So those are the Easter eggs that I noticed and found. Has there any more that you guys found? Leave it in the comments below. Also, there is actually one more Easter egg that I found, and that's when Bo Peep is going into to meet Duke Kaboom to Woody. There's who opens the door is the tin toy, the tin. So yeah, that was back in the short film for a Toy Story, and that was pretty cool to see that. Now, another thing about I like how so at the beginning of the movie how there's like a back to like 9 years where I like how they showed the flashback to where so Andy was in it, and then what happened to Bo Peep was a really good backstory of what happened. So yeah, that was really nice to see that, and then how another flashback of Andy giving the toys to Bonnie, and then hopping in 9 years later to the rest of the movie of Bonnie. Now, how I think about this is normally Woody's adventure. Like all the other toys and like all the other gang really didn't pay a part to anything. It was just they were there on the road trip, and it was just like Woody took it into himself to do everything else. And like the other ones didn't really get that much like screen time or lines. I mean, they were there, so. And so now with the Duke Kaboom, we could see that he was back in an Easter egg from Incredibles 2 in Jack's crib. So there was the Easter egg there about the figure that was in Jack's crib was the Duke Kaboom figure that we see in Toy Story 4. Now this whole movie is like, you could see a lot how Pixar has come in their animation. Like if you go back and compare it to like the first one, it's much smooth and realistic and much more modern. It's just a lot. It's come a lot. Pixar's animation and CGI has come a long way. So kind of like the conclusion of the movie where Woody gives his sheriff badge to Jesse, and he goes with Bo Peep and stays with Bo Peep. Now, how will like Bonnie react to this, because she's not gonna know anyway? Well, she didn't really kind of care anyway, because she wasn't really playing with Woody. So I guess Woody kind of, just wanted to go with Bo Peep. He thinks he did his part with her. But how is she going to react to this? And so that's all the things that I've noticed and the details and how the movie was. Let me know how you liked the movie. I loved it. It was amazing. And so leave comments below and see you next time. Bye-bye.